Well, I believe on the phone right now is the mayor of Monroe County, George Nugent. Mr. Mayor, are you there? Can you hear us?
I am, Jim.
All right, well, this is Rick. Jim is here, Rudabeh is here, and Craig Setzer is here. So you got all four of us, and we're happy to talk to you. But I understand, sir, you are staying behind. Why?
I feel it's a responsibility as mayor of Monroe County to make myself, along with other people, and I don't say this as trying to be a hero or anything like that. It's just that I feel like that I and a few other people in key leadership positions have to be here, and so we're looking for a place, a hardened place. I'll get a call in the morning, and that we will relocate to that and spend the night and go through this unless things change. And not that I really look forward to it, but I feel like I have to be here.
Where in the county are you, sir?
I live in Marathon, and it looks like that's ground central at the epicenter of where the storm is supposed to hit. Here, or between the lower keys, and we're waiting it out. It's been a long day. I've been buttoning up my house. I have a pre-firm house. I think Jim probably knows what a pre-firm house is. And I live right on the bay, and I'm very concerned about the storm.
But you're not suggesting your constituents stay along with you, are you?
Absolutely not. And in fact, I think they're only fools if they do stay. And if I weren't mayor of this county or county commissioner, I'd be out of here.
Mr. Mayor, this is Jim DeFede. We were talking earlier. I know that a lot of the first responders, while you were staying behind, possibly the sheriff, a couple of key leaders just may stay behind to sort of tend to things. You're sending out, though, your emergency operations staff, the folks who work for you, though, you're encouraging them to get out of the county, and that's a rare move. You usually don't move first responders and the rest of it, and the emergency operations crew out of the county, and yet you're considering doing that, aren't you?
That's how concerned we are, Jim, about this situation. It's dire. We know that we're in peril. And we want our staff out of here. We do not want anybody in here. We're going to send them and have them at a rally point to where we can get them back in as soon as the storm's over with. And so, yeah, this is unprecedented.
What scares you most right now as you wait for this storm to hit?
Water. The storm surge. Having gone through Wilma and seen what 8 feet of water, knowing I've lived here for 33 years. I grew up on the Gulf Coast in New Orleans, went through Camille. I know what I'm looking at and what other people are looking at. And the water is the scariest. The winds, we can get through, we can deal with. The other thing that I'm very concerned about is this is a statewide situation to where there will be competition for resources from populated areas. We're not the only person that's going to be going through this situation, and other people will be impacted as well as we are. So I in practicality and reality, know that we're not going to be focused on as a singular county. There'll be other people that are competing for the appreciation of the governor to get things to us.
And I'm sure competing for funds as well. What kind of conversations have you had with the governor about getting the resources that you need in the Keys in the immediate aftermath, and then long term? If you talk about Key West, for example, which could get a direct hit, needing to be extensively rebuilt, getting your infrastructure back, what kind of losses do you anticipate? Have you been able to even think about a dollar amount on what you might need to get back on your feet there?
Just a scientific wild-ass guess, it's going to be in the billions. You know, we have the highest property values in the state of Florida. So this could be devastating from a property value standpoint, but that's not what we're looking at in the instance here. We're looking at making sure that everybody's safe as best we can. The pools we can't help, but it's something that is going to be devastating. I see a protracted recovery over months, if not years.
Mr. Mayor, this is Craig Setzer. There was some talk earlier from the emergency management there of doing boat bridges, because that would be the only way, and that the sense would be that the lower keys could potentially be cut off, really literally cut off from the mainland. What's your sense that the people that have decided to wait it out have the supplies, the food, the water, and the materials to wait out a boat bridge, or to wait out the army that has to now cross water to get to you potentially if the bridges are compromised?
Oh, and I think there's a distinct possibility that will take place. The two jewels that we have within the Keys that will be our lifeline is the airport at Marathon and the airport at Key West, and also the Boca Chica Naval Air Station. We will be very fortunate because I really think that we'll probably lose a bridge. We could lose the water. You know how unique we are. We probably will lose electricity, and all of that has to be restored. So our lifeline will be our airport.
Mr. Mayor, let me just sort of cut to the chase here on one issue. I don't want to go overly dramatic, but as you look at this right now, you talk about losing a bridge, losing water access, losing electricity. Do you believe that there is also going to be loss of life? Will people die in this storm in the Florida Keys?
You know, take me back to Andrew. We were 1 degree down in the Central Keys in Marathon, and being a boater and someone who lived aboard for a while, we were 1 degree from a disaster with Hurricane Andrew. If it would have been 60 miles further south, there would have been a great loss of life. I think the potential for loss of life here, Jim, is very real.
And can I chime in here? This is Rudabeh Shabazi. I mean, what is that like for you on a personal level? This is obviously a place you love, and that you've chosen to spend your life there, and the fact that you're choosing to remain there. I mean, what has been the thought process for you as you come to these realizations about how serious this storm is and the catastrophe it's going to wreak and what it's going to leave behind?
You know, good question and good statement. I can't tell you how much I've been rolling this over in my mind right now. And my wife and I, my kids live back in New Orleans. My grandkids are back there. I sailed here 33 years ago, fell in love with this place. And the thought of this is just so devastating to me. And I told my wife I wanted to fly her out to Atlanta, where our friends are, and she says, "I'm not leaving if you're not." And so she and I are here, and it's very personal for me.
We hope you change your mind. I do, on a personal level. Hope you change your mind. It's still time to leave.
Thank you.
Mayor George Nugent is the mayor of Monroe County. We wish you and your wife, I understand your sheriff is there as well, Godspeed, be safe, and we'll check back with you after this storm has passed. We want to get an update from you, sir.
Thank you very much.